Hello, McFluffy52 here, back with more Magic the Gathering arena action. Today we are playing Mono White Lifegain, a deck that sounds very appealing to most Magic beginners and probably where a lot of us started playing on arena. This deck, I just really wanted to play a deck with Leyline of Hope, and then this deck started really performing well for me, and so I decided we're going to play this until I hit Mythic. I'm 4 games off from Mythic right now. I've already played a total of 23 games with the deck. I'm 17-6 with a 74% win rate, so winning quite a fair amount of my games. But yeah, what is the deck? Well, the deck has a bunch of 1-drops. We have 16 1-drops that can help us gain life. Healer's Hawk, Flying Lifelink, Ruin-Lurker Bat, very similar, but if we descended, we get to scry 1 at the beginning of our end step. So descended is if a permanent card is put in your graveyard from anywhere, so just slightly better than Healer's Hawk. We have Hinterland Sanctifier, which whenever another creature enters, you gain 1 life. And then lastly, we have Leonin Vanguard. At the beginning of your combat, if you control 3 or more creatures, this creature gets +1 until end of turn and you gain 1 life. So those are all our 16 1-drops that allow us to gain life really generally quite easily, as long as the opponent doesn't have flyers, I guess is one kind of problem here. Now, what's the payoff for all of this? I already mentioned Leyline of Hope, but we have Ajani's Pridemate. There's a 2-mana 2/2 whenever you gain life, put a +1 counter on this creature. And we have Essence Channeler, which is just Ajani's Pridemate, but better for the most part, because whenever you gain life, we put a counter on it, and when it dies, we put those counters on target creature you control. And then lastly, the first line of text on the card says, if you lost life this turn, it gains Flying and Vigilance. So that is why we're playing Pain Lands in our Mono White Lifegain deck. You can swap these out for any colored Pain Lands you want, as long as one of the colors is white. I think 4 to 6 Pain Lands gives you the ability to give this flying a fair amount of the games that you have it, and that can win you the game. It has won me several games, being able to just give this flying to fly over your opponents. So yeah, mana base does matter here a little bit. We have Protection with Surge of Salvation, which gives you and permanents you control hexproof until end of turn and prevents damage that black or red sources would deal to creatures you control this turn. This is a card that I've kind of always liked since it's been printed, but I think it's particularly good in this deck because you don't really want your creatures being bounced or removed, because if they get really big, it's harder to get them really big as the game progresses, so you kind of want to keep them as long as you have them. And this allows you to do that, as well as it gives you hexproof potentially, which can fizzle burn spells targeted at your face and things like that. And then lastly, the last line of text can allow you to chump block mono red sometimes. It is important to note though, if they do have trample will still go over whatever toughness your creature has, even if it's not taking damage. So still pretty good in this deck, and I think it has actually won me quite a few games. Sheltered by Ghost. This is just kind of the best white removal in standard right now for these kind of creature-based decks. When it enters, you can exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves battlefield. And then this gives your creature +1/+0, lifelink, and ward 2. So it's hard to remove and it gets lifelink. So it's really nice to put these on your Ajani's Pridemate or your Essence Channeler if you're racing mono red, because then you just have this massive lifelinking body. Lastly, well, not lastly, but Werefox Bodyguard is a 3-mana 2/2 with flash, and when it enters, you exile a target non-fox creature until it leaves the battlefield. So this is very nice because, well, it's a flash creature, so if your opponent doesn't expect it, you can flash in on their end step and then attack in with it. But it also functions as removal and a body in this deck, which is just very nice. We have Knight-Errant of Eos for the kind of mono white card draw where you convoke, and you look at the top 6, and you can put creatures with 2 creatures with mana value X or less into your hand, where X is the number of creatures you convoke this with. You generally need to convoke this with 2 creatures to hit most of the deck. So yeah. Lastly, Leyline of Hope, kind of the reason I started playing Mono White Lifegain. This is 4 mana enchantment, and if it's in your opening hand, you can start with it on the battlefield. It says if you gain life, you gain that much life +1, and if you have 7 more life than your starting life total, creatures you control get +2/+2. This is really good against mono red, just because gaining more life means that you're less likely to die whatever burn spells they have, and then the whole righteous Valkyrie +2/+2 pump has actually won me some games where I'm just spamming a bunch of these 1-drops and gaining a bunch of life. Lastly, the mana base, we're playing one Lupinflower Village because this can get us creatures. We're only playing one of them just so that we can always cast our non-creature spells here. And yeah, it can find birds, bats, mice, and rabbits, which make up our Healer's Hawk, Hinterland Sanctifier, Ruin-Lurker Bat, and Essence Channeler. So it's a good portion of our deck. I already mentioned the Painlands, and we're playing one Fountain Port because we can make tokens with it. And it's also a way to pay life, so you can give your Essence Channeler flying. We're only playing one because, again, we want to be able to consistently cast our 1 mana white creatures and our non-creature spells here. So that is the mana base. I have a bunch of cards in sideboard we'll probably talk about at the end of the game. These are cards that I was considering or tried out. And yeah, that's the deck. Let's see how many games it takes us to hit Mythic. Okay, this hand seems pretty good as long as our Healer's Hawk doesn't die or we draw into another 1-drop that can gain us life. Leyline is nice. I will say if you have 2 Leylines in your hand, you might want to consider mulliganing just because they are one less card that you start the game with in your hand, but you do get the powerful benefits of them. Hey, Selesnya creatures. They can get pretty big pretty fast. Hopefully they do not have an answer to our flyers here. And we might be able to just fly over them with our... Okay, it's Selesnya Bunnies, so this is a very strong deck. Go ahead, attack in, gain 2 life. I would have loved to put down the Ruin-Lurker Bat, but I don't think it's worth it doing it this turn because we need to start stacking counters as soon as possible. So otherwise our opponent is going to have some really big creatures that we cannot attack through or hit them down fast enough. I think that's the right move. We'll find out though. Opponent seems to be in a bit of a crossroads in what to do with their hand. Yeah, that card is so annoying. 3 mana, create 3 1/1s. Pretty darn good. And gives them their 2/2s with the Valley Quest Caller here. Selesnya Bunnies is no joke. I think we're probably going to be dying to them, honestly. Play this. I'll play the other Essence Channeler here. Might block with some of these Essence Channelers just so that I can put the counters on the flyers that have lifelink. But we will see depending on how their board develops. There's a 2-drop that they could play that would be absolutely massive right now because power and toughness is equal to the number of creatures you control. Hope they don't drop that, but we can give both of our Essence Channelers flying, so, and vigilance. So we do have like a... Okay, that is a bit problematic, but not yet. We block with the Ruin-Lurker Bat. I don't think that... Okay. That's not very nice. Okay, Ruin-Lurker Bat, we're definitely going to block that, and then I think we just have to take our beats here. Gain 4 life. Leonin Vanguard is pretty good. And then I will pay a life. Not always the best, but in this case, we're going to keep our Essence Channeler on defense with it, so I think it's worth. I think this is the right move. There's an argument to be made about holding back our Ruin-Lurker Bat because it can effectively block things, but... Oh, that has reach. Oh, that's fine. It's not fine, but I'm saying it's fine because... That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, I don't really need that. We will surveil that away. I'm not dead yet. Yet. Really want to kill this Phineas if they attack in. Fallen Shield Hair, youch. 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 Yeah. Bunnies are mean. Okay, we can trade this because the counters will go on something else. Want Phineas dead so he can't block. And then chump block, or do I need to chump block? We're taking 3 damage from this plus 12, 15 damage. I think we'll be okay if we do this. And I think we crack back and win next turn. Because we had 5 counters on our Ruin-Lurker Bat. Actually, I don't know. Don't know if this is enough. Okay, that is very, very good. We can put that on our Ajani's Pridemate and remove their blocker, and I believe we won. These have been some incredibly close games, but boom, back up to 22. How many games away are we? Or 4 rather. 3 now. Alright. I just realized I said games and we've only played 1 game. It's because I started recording this and then I won 1 and then lost 2, and I was like not particularly happy with that because well, losing so many games early in a video is bad for content. Don't you know? Okay, our opponent probably on the Orzhov raise the pass kind of style deck. I think since we have this Hinterland Sanctifier, I'm going to run out the Essence Channeler first. Normally I would be opposed to doing this, but since we have the Hinterland Sanctifier, playing out these creatures first and then playing the Essence Channeler misses out a bunch of life gain triggers. Malia, opponent on Orzhov life gain. Trying to find out if adding another color makes it better. Okay. That's pretty good. Smack. Opponent definitely on the raise the past plan here with the Snarling Gorehound, allowing them to surveil creatures into their graveyard. Okay, raise the past for a Gorehound is an option that you can take. It is something you're allowed to do. They might have another raise the past, would be my guess. That would be my guess. They don't really care about their bat dying here, so I'm gonna convoke this out. Grab Hinterland Sanctifier and a Hawk, maybe. Probably should have grabbed the Ajani's Pridemate. That's pretty big. If we draw another land, we can play this Leyline, which could be pretty nice. That would pump up our entire board. Well, it wouldn't yet. Probably gonna take our Knight-Errant. Need a pain land would be pretty good because then we'd force them to kind of block in the air. 2-drop Cure is a pseudo raise the past. Okay. I will play do want to play this Leyline. Do you want to trade Healer Hawks? Healer's Hawk with the Deep Cavern Bat? I think I'm going to actually hold back the Hawk. Yeah. As soon as we can get this Leyline of Hope going, I think the sooner this game gets really out of hand in our favor. We tap everything down to play the Knight-Errant, but I like denying them attacks with the Deep Cavern Bat here. We're gonna get back their Gorehound and stuff. Well, maybe before they get rid of it, I'll just play it out. This also gives us 2 Lifegain triggers, which is nice. We're not quite to breaking the game yet. With our Leyline. Opponent will probably gift us a card. Very nice of them. Gave us a Werefox, which they'll take with the Deep Cavern Bat. Get a bunch of Lifegain triggers on their Essence Channeler here. They mill, so they get their Scry with their Ruin-Lurker at the end of turn. They haven't hit any of the when they gain life, we lose life yet, which is nice. We just need to gain some life. So I play this, yeah, we can play this the way I want. Painland off the top would be, okay, that's not a Painland off the top, but alright. Here goes a whole lot of nothing. They ever raise the past, this is gonna get rough, but I think we are like obligated to attack in this particular situation. I will say, going through all those triggers, if you do not have this clicked, this deck will be a lot more annoying to play. Hello, game? Alright, there we go. Just because you would have to be ordering all the things. I think we just attack in. If they ever raise the pass, it's so bad, but I mean, yeah. Gotta kill them. And there's usually one way to kill people, and that is swinging. You know, I could hold back some of my other creatures, but they're all getting pumped up with Leyline of Hope, so the bats, or like the bird in the air, is pretty helpful. I gotta block the Essence Channeler. So we lose 2 creatures and get in 15 damage. It's pretty decent. And the next turn, Hornsley Pun doesn't gain a bajillion life. They can steal our bodyguard. Raise the past. Oh my goodness. There is no winning. Oh my goodness. I'm going to lose it. I'm just going to keep clicking attack. Another Raise the Past? You gotta be joking. Is the board just about to get blown up? Yeah. Exactly 20 power. Get rid of that. Yeah, I think I will pay 3 life instead of 35. And then I'll play the Ajani's Pridemate. Did Amalia kill? Oh my god. Okay. Man, it is hard not to be frustrated with how these games are going. The last 4 games have been not great. I'm gonna play out the Vanguards because we gain 2 life with each, and then we're getting closer to our Leyline of Hope payoff that allows us to attack in with our small creatures. Schooner is incredibly annoying, but we will live. Can't attack in with my Vanguards, but I can attack in with the Bat. Actually, I can attack in with the Vanguards, my bad. Because they get pumped 1 by themselves, and then 2 by the Leyline of Hope. Opponent on some kind of mono blue token nonsense? I don't know, but all I know is I can pay a life, make a fish, and my channeler is now flying. Which seems pretty good. We can kill our Vanguards, but they're gonna do a lot of blocking here. Double block? I mean, say goodbye to your schooner. Sended. Is that good? I think it's good because it might save us from a bounce spell, but they're gonna have opportunity to respond to it, so we just need to hold it up into some kind of bounce. Another schooner is annoying, but not really the end of the world. Opponent could have multiple unsummons here, but who are we to say? At the Bat, or the Hawk. You know what I'm talking about. The thing with wings. And a swing. Is that worth responding to? Probably not. I mean, they still need a block. So as long as they don't have like Aetherize, I think we're fine. Get out. You owned your own. Okay. The opponent has lots of plans for jumping endlessly. We just need to connect with one of our creatures at this point, so as long as we can stop one unsummon, we should be fine. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters, because I think if they're holding up an unsummon, GG. 3 games away. Hand seems bad. Opponent goes first. Oh. Oh. I just realized the last... How many games? Okay. Yes, last game we were on the play. The previous 4 games I was on the draw. That would explain why they felt so much worse. Opponent going first. This being our hand. Is this good? I don't think so. Yeah, it's much better. Do I care about the Sheltered by Ghosts or having 2 Pridemates? I'm gonna go like this. Just hope we draw into more creatures. Creatures do make up 29 cards in our deck, so pretty luckily. Azorius. Hawk, because it's better if it dies by itself. This usually you want something on the battlefield besides it. Okay, our opponent. Azorius, self-mill. Got unsummon. Flame. Hope we draw a 1-drop here. It's a land. That's not terrible, but I'll play the bat. Helping hand. They only have Picklock Prankster. Oculus. Okay. You can remove the Oculus, so it's not really the end of the world. As long as they don't have an unsummon in response on top. Probably do. So, probably just cooked. This card is so annoying. This is such a bad play, but I don't think we have much in terms of options. Alright, well, put it on the Hawk. Yeah, probably just put it on the Hawk. It'd be nice to give Essence Chainer lifelink, but if it dies, it's worse. Or like if it gets bounced, it's worse. They will be able to pay for the unsummon their next turn. Pay for the ward and then unsummon our Hawk. Kind of sucks, but right now we're chilling. That's next turn's problem. By next turn, I mean like Oh my goodness, it's so bad. It is the worst. I was like climbing smoothly, and then it's always at the end, or at like random locations. You just get stuck, bouncing back and forth. They opted to get the Jinn back, which is interesting. They could have replayed the Unsummoned from their graveyard. But now they don't have enough to pay for the Unsummoned reward. Now they can get the Unsummoned from graveyard here. If we get another... I don't know what wins us the game here. I don't think anything wins us the game in this particular turn. We need a... what's it called? Okay, that is incredibly annoying. Still. Surge of Salvation. That's what I was thinking of. Surge of Salvation would be nice. Talking with the Jinn is interesting here. I mean, they do remove the Leyline of Hope buff, which is good for them. Jinn can do a ton of damage. Shard of Cores, draw 2, discard 2, or discard 1 unless you attacked. Recommission, except for this Jinn is untapped. Yeah, Sheltered by Ghost is what we need, or a Firefox Bodyguard would be okay. Yeah, that's literally none of them. So I mean, we die next turn unless I don't think there's a way we win. I mean, we can not attack and everything, but maybe they forget to block. Oh, how many are we away now? 4. Opponent goes first. No. Alright, whatever. It's a keep. It's a burn. About as bad as it gets. Maybe we play out both the Hawk and the Leonin Vanguard here. I think it's ideal if we can get this Ajani's Pridemate to stick around, and then we can pass like the Vanguard plus the Sheltered by Ghost next turn, and we can get rid of their Heartfire hero. Manifold Mouse might be better to get rid of in some regards, just because then we don't take damage to the face. Still considering. Oh no, they're the Auras deck. That is so not good. That is the best deck there ever decked. Yeah, that's big. Double strike or trample. We take it. Could have blocked with a Sanctifier, but I kind of like keeping it because it'll make our Pridemate bigger. I think we have to get rid of the hero here. They do have an option for Fling, which would kill us, but nobody plays Fling in the Boros or his deck, right? Well, I was really hoping this would be like a happy, cheery video, but apparently I'm just gonna get wrecked for ever trying to finish the last 3 games with this deck. Unfortunate. Are we on the... Okay, we're on the play. We're on the play. Holy moly, we're on the play. Go, 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 go. It's winnable. Opponent sweeps his turn 3. Mono red, easy, easy. This is no problem. Easiest game of my life. Yeah, we lose 1 life to our pain land. If we die by 1 life, you can blame me for putting it in the deck. Pridemate time. I played all the 1-drops here because we have the Leyline of Hope. And therefore, we can potentially, okay, we'll play this. Music has stopped because we've taken so long. Yeah. Go, team, go. Probably should have just held back the Hinterland Sanctifier, but it doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because I said so. Boros Auras with Heartfire Hero into Manifold Mouse. Do they still win? The Monstrous Rage will hurt, but I will take it. Holy. I hate Manifold Mouse, and I hate Heartfire Hero. Could double block the Vanguard. I'll just swing them like this. Okay. Still a double striking 10. Double striking 12, my bad. Yeah. Go at it. Got it. You forgot your ethereal armor, opponent? Ouch. I'll see if I can grab something here. I don't think it really makes huge difference, but Hinterland Sanctifier, Healer's Hawk. We'll take the Hawk. I mean, if we swing in with everything, is it just lethal regardless? I think so. Let's count real quick. I know they say math is for blockers, yada yada yada. 9 plus 2 is 12, plus 3 is 15. If they have an Elspeth Smite, he might just straight up die. Who plays Elspeth Smite in Boros Auras? Okay. Oh my goodness. Wait, I can't count. Huh? I was 9 plus 2 is 11. Oh, I said 12. Yeah, math bad. Math no good. Surely we don't die here, right? Okay, thank God. Oh, thank God. Ouch. GG. How many away? Only 4 away. Yay. Okay. You go first. 3-lander looks awkward. Let's just draw non-lands, okay? Deck, you hear me? I believe in the heart of the cards. I don't really, but the heart of the cards is telling me that I should just chill. Don't want to play out the Essence Channeler without being able to protect it with Surge of Salvation, so we'll wait a turn. Opponent is playing the Colors of Death, so why I decided it'd be good to wait a turn here. Gain 1 life, gain another life. Life gain doesn't matter into Toxic, which is what our opponent is playing, so this will be a very interesting match because it is a question of, does Life Gain beat Toxic? We can remove the Blight Belly Rat with this. I just still want to hold up the Surge of Salvation. There's nothing to proliferate, so no reason to attack in by them. Go ahead, take that. And then, yeah, don't let them remove the Essence Channeler, so I'm not gonna play the second Shelter by Ghost. Probably will attack in. Do I hold back the Hinterland Sanctifier? I mean, yes, obviously, but do I plan to protect it with the Surge? I don't know. I might just be giving them their first poison, or yeah, a poison counter here, but that's fine. I think we just want to protect the Channeler, because it is big. It is bigger than most things here. They attack in, we let them pass. Village is cool. Doesn't do anything for us here right now. Can hold it up, which is nice. Get rid of that. Does this set us up for lethal next turn? That'll be, yeah, gain 2, so that'll be 10. Oh wait, no, yeah, I really don't need to attack in with that. So we just need 1 more hit with our Channeler, or a couple more with the bird. GG. 3 more to go. Okay, that is a lot of 1-drops. We don't have any payoffs for the ley line, but we do go first. Is it worth keeping? I mean, we get a bunch of 1-drops, so any Knight-Errant of Eos means that we can easily scry or like convoke it out. I think we keep. It's good into mono red. This hand is good into mono red, is what I mean. Question, is it good enough into mono red? That is another question in its entirety. Okay, opponent has the Hired Claw as the starter. I'm very intrigued that now everyone's playing Hired Claw as one of their 1-drops in red. It is nice because it does just deal 1 damage pretty much regardless. I mean, I will block. Alright, Sanctifier. Plus bird. Plus bird. At this point, if we draw like a ley line, we'll be pretty good at cooking. Do need to get another land if we want to do ley line though. Knight-Errant would be a beautiful top deck. The Fox Knight, Elf Knight Fox, Elf Fox Knight, whatever it's called, would also be probably a decent draw here, just so we could get rid of whatever creature they stack their effects onto. No blocks. Don't think we can afford to block the Hired Claw, even though they don't have the mana to pump it with their mountain here. Or just a singular mountain. They have enough mana, like pump it using its ability. They still have enough mana to play like a... Okay, ask and you shall receive. I will convoke it with 3 creatures, I think. That should hit pretty much anything we want. We can convoke it with 5 if we really want to go there. Okay, you know what? I'll convoke it with 5. I think it's actually worth. Because we have mana open to play whatever we find. Werefox Bodyguard. Okay, I think we do want that. And an Essence Channeler is pretty good. Could hold up the Bodyguard for if they go to stack anything up, but I think we want to start growing the Channeler. We're not dead super soon yet, I think. I think we have a turn. Can give our Essence Channeler flying, so they are looking at some serious danger in the air. Lightning Strike is annoying because that will kill our Bodyguard if we do not play around it. Alright. I want the Manifold Mouse to die, so I will do this. Even if our Essence Channeler dies, it's not bad. Definitely think we block the Challenger, even if it kills our Knight-Errant of Eos. I mean, they can just Lightning Strike and then it will die. Witchstalker's Frenzy, okay. Yeah, that will get rid of that, but as long as it's not exiled, knock on wood, we can put all the counters on a Healer's Hawk, and that should be pretty good. That should be pretty good. We're going to gain a bunch of life again next turn as well. I have this Lightning Strike open. Yeah. You did that. 1 mana open. I don't think it matters what we target. If they have the spell, okay, they didn't have the spell. I will go ahead and deal with this Emberheart Challenger. Gain our life. And I think that might be a win. GG. 2 more. This hand seems pretty gas. We have 3 lands, which kind of sucks, but hopefully that means we're going to draw creatures. We're on the play, so that's pretty good as well. Bat, please don't remove my stuff. And say go. It is mono black. Lucky. Well, we can play out the Leonin Vanguard and the Knight-Errant of Eos off of all our creatures. Okay, cannot. Could've. Not anymore. Stoppable Slasher. Yeah, he is pretty stoppable is the funny thing. Watch this. We stopped him for a turn. Let's go. High fives all around. No longer cut downable. Huge. Get wrecked. Did that save us from a cut down? I will laugh. I will laugh. My sides will split. They might just be holding the removal for when we go into attack, which, you know, that would work. It would be a pretty big blowout. But we still have a flyer. Is this opponent playing sweepers? I think yes. What I've seen so far, I feel like our opponent is playing sweepers. So I think I'm obligated to attack in. I'm not sure. We will be able to kill their slasher though. If we attack in with everything and then they sweep, they will lose their slasher, so. Kill. And then block the Vanguard, but it will die, and so we'll be tapped for some turns. And we get to scry with our Ruin-Lurker Bat, which is pretty good. And we have a giant Pridemate. Probably want to kill the Pridemate if anything, but you can do you, opponent. Pridemate is big. Just felt like holding it. Scry. Found Port is actually kind of nice. Does work. We can make fishes with it, which is nice. And the fishes will be 3/3s, which is also nice. And we might be able to overwhelm there with single target removal, because that's generally what black plays. It's a bunch of 1-for-1 spells, so... Fountain Port in this matchup is nice, but yeah, Ritual, or Demon... Demon. We need to find a Werefox bodyguard pronto. That or a Shelter by Ghosts. You're making me angry. God, I hate these unholy annexes, man. Such a dumb card. Oh, it feels good to be me. Oh my god. Well, it is a token, so they never get it back, but they can make another token, and their slasher is ready to go. So we do have to block their slasher. Potentially. Yeah, but it dies again, so that's something. So we have another 2 turns. Make a demon. They made a demon. The rest, that is not a non-creature, so direct. Ah, the demon's so annoying, man. It's so annoying. Does this say target opponent or each opponent? Each opponent loses 2 life. Crazy. Crazy. Here. You want to know what I'm doing? Yeah, I'm thinking. It's called what you do when you're playing a game that requires analysis. I think we just need to find a removal as soon as possible. Six demons. Pretty good. Opponent, you want me to say your go? Is that what you want? No, what are you doing? You're thinking. Yes. How about no? lose 4 life. Oh, we didn't lose 4 life. Cool. Yeah, let's get rid of this demon. And then we can start making tokens with Fountain Port for the time being. Slasher is ready to go. They've used all their demons. I can remove the Sanctifier. Bloodletter. Yep, that's pretty obnoxious. That is pretty nice though, funny enough. Because that is pretty good. Probably just dead to the Rush of Dread combo or the Unstoppable Slasher combo that is on board. 3 to go. Just please no mono black. We have not won a single game against... Well, actually... yeah, we haven't won a single game against mono black. I've won against Golgari, which was a demon deck as well, but... no mono black. Dimir, not great. 2 + 2. Take 1. Plays the bat. Swing in with the bats. Gain a bunch of life. Now they're big. Great Mastermind. We can block. What is on Dimir Faeries? You have a nice Leyline draw this game. But this is going to get very problematic very fast, I think. Okay, so... I would like to tap this and this. Do we full convoke? I don't think so. I think we need to keep pushing our life total up. Ajani's Pridemate and Ajani's Pridemate, I think. 33, not bad. They're gonna keep drawing cards with this Mastermind, but it is what it is. They probably have a Curiosity, I would have to guess. Or they're holding up Fairy Counter Magic. Spell Stutter, which would be pretty annoying. 2 mana open, so they don't have the Fey Trick. Either have a removal or a counterspell. Well, if you have a counterspell, use it. Did not have a counterspell, so maybe they have removal. Oh, Leyline of Hope. Leyline of Hope makes everything big. Block. There's an argument to be holding back like a flyer here, but I think it's best that we just move their life total down as fast as humanly possible. So that if they don't have a sweeper here, we just kill them. 2 more to go. Okay. Opponent goes first. No 1-drops. I mean, I guess this is a 1-drop, but no creature 1-drops. And nothing to feed into the life gain of our Pridemates besides our Sheltered by Ghosts. Sheltered by Ghosts, really good card. I don't think this hand's like good into mono red, which is, you know, I guess a good basis for judging if your hand's good. Because this deck, we're 5-2 against mono red, so don't really want to lose to mono red if we can have hands that win against it, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say here exactly, but this deck strong suit, this hand The deck's strong suit is not apparent in this hand, so probably a mulligan here. Alright, the opponent finally decided. Ball's there for a sec. Yep, this hand seems way better. Do we get rid of the second Pridemate, or do we get rid of the Sheltered by Ghosts? Sheltered by Ghosts is so good, though. I'm regretting this, but... Oh. A ramp deck? Or is this Lizards? Might be Lizards. Just remember people playing Fabled Passage in their Lizards deck. So that's why. That's my current guess. Okay. Okay. So is it Hellraiser maybe? Nope, Reanimator. Okay. So we're just a Reanimator deck. I made a bunch of guesses and they were all wrong. Well, we do have a way to deal with whatever they reanimate with Sheltered by Ghosts, but if it's Valgavoth, Valgavoth has Ward. I've sacrificed 3 non-land permanents, so that's annoying cost to pay. Question is, do they get Valgavoth on turn 3? Please no. Or turn 4 rather. Counting hard. Surge of Salvation, protect if they just are planning to remove. I need another creature off the top to remove this Valgavoth. Okay, so I don't know if you need to click full control here, but this has 2 parts to it. We want to force them to discard cards. So we're going to wait until they discard to then cast Surge of Salvation, because otherwise they can just choose not to discard cards if we cast it too early. Yep. We got you there, opponent. Alright, well, I think this is our kind of best option here to get some more stuffs. More stuff means it's easier to kill our opponent. Lifegain trigger, Lifegain trigger. Alright, Valgavoth we can deal with. Actually, I think we can deal with pretty much anything besides another sweeper. It would have to be a red sweeper or another Is It sweeper. They don't have enough black mana to cast a deadly cover up. One is 4 colors. It's kind of shocking. Did we break it? By it, I mean our opponent. Do they have the sauce? We're tapped out, so you know that we can't do the same thing. Zombify Atraxa. Okay, that is absolutely fine. They don't have blue mana open, so if they have like a single mana bounce spell. Nope. Okay, we're chilling. GG opponent. Shelter by Ghosts wins the game. We kept that from our opener. I put away an Estus Channeler for the Shelter by Ghosts, and I am glad. Oh. Okay. Do we still have lethal? Yeah. Disgusting. 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 Just in case I don't have lethal, I'll just play another Shelter by Ghosts. I should just pump things up. Pump it up. And GG. We are 1 game away from Mythic. Please, Matchmaker. Oh, 1 land, 1 keep. Did we go for it? You go first. I don't think so. It is really nice Leyline of Hope hand, because we have some cheap creatures that can get it going relatively quickly, but having a one-lander, we can't make use for Surge of Salvation or Sheltered by Goats, most likely. Oh, it's so tempting. Okay, this is way better. Way better. I mean, it's pretty good. Way might be a little bit strong, but you get what I mean. Got two Ajani's Pridemates with some of the best creatures to trigger them. Please do not be poison. Please do not be poison. The reason why I think this could be poison is because this has Death Touch, and Finn the Fangbearer cares about Death Touch. So... yeah. You got me. Ajani's Pridemate. Okay, another Essence Channeler I think is the move, and then next turn we play out Sanctifier probably, and then go Pridemate. I just need to hold one Death Touch creature back, and it breaks our plans. Probably block with a Rot Priest, give it indestructible would be my guess, but nope. Hard-hitting questions could make this game pretty messy. Or an Infectious Bite, whatever the opponent plays. This Golgari Toxic was the other deck that I've used to climb from Platinum to Diamond, so it is a very strong deck. Now, the opponent's deck list is a little bit different than the one that I shared on the channel here, but regardless, it is a strong strategy. I mean, we get one poison, but whatever. We're making good progress on their face. Yeah, a land would be pretty cool. But this gives us a sizable blocker, so I think I'll go with this. Pain land would be excellent right about now. Giving our channelers vigilance would be pretty magnificent. Haven't drawn any, but swing all. Okay. Opponent has a lot of mana, which they're doing a lot of nothing with. I wonder how many 4-drops they have in their deck, or in their hand. You need your poison deck to be low to the ground. Oh crap, I almost forgot. Yeah, we hit Mythic. That's, yeah, that's that. So that puts us at top 1200 Mythic, or whatever, or 1044. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And this is the deck we did it with. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton. Helps me get just the next step closer to my 1,000 subscriber goal. And yeah, consider checking out other videos on this channel. I talked about that Golgari Poison deck list, so maybe I'll put that up on the screen as the end card. But while you're still here, if you want to hear me talk through the sideboard cards, that's what I'm going to do right now. One thing is, you get, this deck is an aggro deck. It's a creature deck that wants to slam face, and so the thing is, our creatures grow really big, so if the opponent has bounce spells or kill spells, these creatures get less good to top deck. So that's why I opted for like so much protection in the deck with the Surge of Salvation. The other thing I was thinking about is these creatures are really big, but they have no evasion. And so how do we make it so we hit face more reliably? And ultimately I settled on like the Werefox Bodyguard, because this can remove a blocker, but I also can remove just like big problematic thing creatures. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I settled on, but that's kind of why a lot of these cards are in the sideboard. This is a combat trick that gives flying and prevents damage that would be dealt to the creature. So just sending your Essence Channeler, your Ajani's Pridemate overhead is kind of what I was thinking about with some of these cards. Helping Hand, if this is just 1 mana way to get back one of your creatures, this deck is pretty low to the ground, so adding some more 1-drops in to like just keep it low and keep things curving out, aggro, whatever. I thought about that with Helping Hand, but didn't do it just because obviously what if they don't get removed in the first place? And that's kind of the reason why we stuck with Surge of Salvation. Jump Scare gives flying, so Combat Trick gives flying, gives hexproof, so this is protection. You could swap out Surge of Salvation for this, but I think Surge just has so much extra added utility. You can block with Surge. You can block red and black creatures with Surge, and you give yourself hexproof. So if the opponent's like jacing you out, you just give yourself hexproof, and you then can't get milled. So this saves you from the Omniscience combo deck that I've also shared recently on the channel. Dawn's Truce, you and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn, and then if Gift Was Promised, permanents you control gain indestructible. This is cool into those kind of like sweeper problems, and giving yourself and your permanents hexproof, again, very good, but 2 mana for something like this, that's really hard to hold up in a 20 land deck, so cut it, or didn't go for it. Feather of Flight was a combat trick, gives flying, and draws you a card, so this would move you towards more of like the auras style of deck, and maybe you could lean into that even more with your deck list. But Feather of Flight, again, flying and whatever is nice, but when you draw it, when you prefer to just keep your creature on the battlefield, it's kind of annoying. Sunblessed Healer is another recursion idea. There's a new card from Foundations. If you pay 4 mana, you kick it, and then you can return your 2-drops from the graveyard to the battlefield. The thing is, opponents have like exile removal now in standard pretty regularly. Like you have Sunfall, and you have Anoint with Affliction, which is like just 2 mana exile, 3-drop or lower. So these kind of recursion effects, again, not really great, and we don't really want our creatures dying in the first place. Talking about exile effects, Divine Resilience, this is one that I thought would be interesting to try out from Foundations to give creatures indestructible. But indestructible, not really good when a lot of things exile. So, and also holding up like 4 mana to protect the entire board is kind of cute and everything, but it's just not quite what you need into like Sunfall and stuff, and it just doesn't work particularly well against a lot of the spot removal that you might face. So yeah, that's basically why I didn't go for it. Angelic Intervention, this is a card that I think probably is a cut above the other protection spells because it gives protection. So this stops those Anoint with Afflictions. It doesn't give hexproof or indestructible, but it also gives protection, which means you get evasion, because protection says the opponents can't block if they're that particular color. So this gives creature or planeswalker you control protection from colorless or the color of your choice until end of turn. If it's a creature, put a +1 counter on it. Seems really, really good, but it's only 1 color. So if your opponent is playing a 2-color deck, like Golgari, for instance, and they have a Llanowar Elf and a Giant Demon, give it protection from black, but they might still chump block it with the Llanowar Elf. So still not what, it doesn't work every single time. And if it doesn't work every single time, it can be a dead card in your hand sometimes, and if you can prevent that, that's ideal. Cat Collector, I just saw this with some other, like, I was looking at untapped Lifegain decks. Cat Collector, really cute card. 3 mana, 3/2. When it enters, create a food token. Whenever you gain life for the first time each turn, or first time during each of your turns, create a 1/1 cat creature token. I think this could work in Lifegain decks, but this is more of an aggro skewed Lifegain deck. And so I think this card is too slow in that regard. But if you're playing a more slower, more recursive, more controlling, like Orzhov list or something like that, I think you could make use of this card and make yourself a bunch of little 1/1 cats, which is cute. I wonder what the cat tokens. Oh yeah, those are good cat tokens. Anyways, 2-drop Cure, really awesome reanimation spell for like these kind of low to the ground decks, but as I said, our creatures get counters, and so getting them back isn't as good as protecting them in the first place. So really didn't think it would work particularly well in this kind of life gain shell. Definitely like pretty good if you have like a Heir Apparent deck. Dewdrop Cure is one of the cards that I should have probably played in the Heir Apparent deck that we played on the channel. Wandering Rescuer, Knight-Errant of Eos was already seeing play in these deck lists, so I was like, okay, what if we play another Convoke creature, but this one can protect your creatures? It sounds really cool and all that, but it's really hard to make function. The body itself is, I think, like if you enjoy, okay, that was good. If you think having a double striking 3/3 is good for your board, then I think it's good in this list, or like in the list. But I don't know if you really need to put down a double striking 3/3 because you really just want to keep attacking in with your Healer's Hawk and Ruin-Lurker Bats to get your life gain triggers. So tapping them down to play this 3/3 double strike that could get pumped up by the Leyline of Hope to be a 5/6 double strike is cool, and it gives your creatures hexproof when they're tapped and all that. But like, it's just it's a bit too slow. Steel Seraph, I think this is an excellent card in general. I think it can be played in these lists to like great effect because you can play it for 3 mana, and then target creature you control gains flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn. So just giving your creatures flying, very nice, and then it comes in as a 3/3 flyer itself is pretty cool. But this doesn't get picked up by Knight-Errant of Eos, and as I already said, flying isn't as good as just keeping your creature on the battlefield, and so that's why I opted for like Surge of Salvation, and then Werefox Bodyguard. What if they just can't block with that annoying creature that they're going to hit you in the face with? So that's kind of why I opted for Werefox Bodyguard over Steel Seraph here. Kalos Reconstruction, this was another recursion idea, or like recursive adjacent idea where, okay, the opponent blew up my board, what would I like to top deck? I would like to top deck a card that can look at the top 7 cards of my deck and put two or like X number of creatures onto the battlefield. I just don't think it's worth it. I do just love Kayla's Reconstruction, so I always consider it for these kind of creature lists. But yeah, that is the deck. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. Helps out a ton. Let me know what you think. How many different misplays did I make? You can let me know in the comments. But yeah, Mono White Life Gain, our match record 24-10 with the 6 different versions, with a 70% win rate. The 6th version, I had a 63% win rate, and I went 10-6. So not nearly as good, but still pretty decent. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, wait, I'm fried. Anyways, have a nice morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever and whenever you're watching. Take care of yourself. Ciao.